Yes, of course. It would be really nice to have Cooper Flagg. In fact, it felt to me somewhere Bill Simmons is rooting for Cooper Flagg in a way that seems sweet. And he has been understanding that this is a player that can be transcendent.
Well, this is why I probably the same thing I feel, where I didn't want to go to Charlotte. I didn't want to go to Washington. Dallas is probably, like when it came down to the final two picks, Dallas and San Antonio, it's like, all right, he's going to go to a pretty decent spot.
Well, is he? Yeah. Or is he going to get traded for Giannis? Because you were the one to throw out immediately with the Giannis reports, like, you get that number one pick. You call him Milwaukee. This is one of the more valuable number one picks of all time.
Okay, so I'm only going by what Nico Harrison has told us. Like, Nico Harrison traded away Luka for Anthony Davis because he has a 3-year window. They have a 3-year window as an organization now to win a championship. So if that's the case, you have to trade the number one pick, right?
But the Kyrie Irving injury now changes the math there a little bit, because if you had Kyrie Irving with AD and then you add a Cooper Flagg, okay, you've got a nice core. Now Kyrie's out, and it's like, all right, do we have to make something else happen because that championship window, that championship core is now missing a third?
Well, then what you're saying is then he has to now trade Anthony Davis because the 3-year window is based around Davis. And if they're abandoning the 3-year window, again,
but
his
defense
words.
wins championships. His words.
His words.
You get Giannis and Anthony Davis. I don't care who the third piece is.
I'm
That is
going
going
by
to be formidable
his
defensively.
words, based on the reason he made the Anthony Davis trade is because they have a 3-year championship window. And if that's unless he's changing his entire plan, they have to
you know
trade
what?
one pick.
I'm sorry, Billy, to interrupt you, but Cody has made some fun of Zaslow on this, saying that Cody is more of a journalist than Zaslow is. Well, but I happen to know that Zaslow's got legitimate sources. I believe that Zaslow could break news right now about knowing what the Miami Heat is already in play for. Yeah.
This is not about them.
Here we go.
Well, but no, but I think
Zaslow,
do I have this wrong? Do you not have? Hold on. Do you not have exclusive sources that would say to you exactly who could be? Look, guys. I know it's not about the Miami Heat, but Zaslow has breaking news here.
From what I understand, Giannis interested.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I know we saw the report yesterday from Shams.
He's open to everything.
He's open to everything.
He's interested in literally every team.
Well, he's definitely not interested in every team.
Are you saying Shams is a liar?
Yeah. Well, no, but I'm saying that if
hold on. Did you say Shams is a liar?
Sorry.
Just to be clear.
Well,
You're calling Shams a liar.
said Giannis is open to everything, right? Okay, well, I'm saying that's a little bit much. He's definitely not open to being traded to the Washington Wizards. So I'm not calling Shams a liar, but I'm just saying he's not open to everything. He's not open to going to the worst teams. But I will tell you, Giannis, interested in the Heat.
And not the only one in this group of people that you're talking about, because I do believe that Anthony Davis would have some moves here, would he not? Anthony Davis is a power broker, whether he's injured or not. I don't know who you think these 10 players are in the league, but when Anthony Davis is healthy, he's one of them.
Yeah, so that's where this also becomes interesting, right? Because I'm going by Nico Harrison's words. He has a 3-year championship window. But because, like Tony said, if the Kyrie Irving injury is going to change everything, well, you kind of got to go around and trade away Anthony Davis. Like, pick a lane, pick a direction if you're the Mavs. And if they're picking the direction of Cooper Flagg, then you need to trade away Anthony Davis because that's not a 3-year window. And Davis could be another guy, again, power broker, who could be interested in Miami.
I mean, but Cooper Flagg was part of the Luka trade. So, he knew this was happening. Like the league said, we'll give you the number one pick in Cooper Flagg if you just give Luka to the Lakers.
Billy, so you speak for a not quiet minority that believes everything that happened there is bull because it's too perfect a story, all of it. And Nico wins. How does Nico win in the end? That is a stunning move. It's against all odds. The Nico story.
Let's see how he manages this situation.
In the history of the NBA, big-time controversial trades. Remember, the league stopped Chris Paul from getting traded to L.A., and they said, hey, you better trade him to the other L.A. team. Guess what? We own the Pels at this time. You get the number one pick. Anthony Davis, everybody wants Anthony Davis. Oh, we're going to trade him to L.A.? Great. You trade him to L.A., guess what? You get the number 1 pick. Luka Doncic, no one knows that he's
You
available.
could also add LeBron went to Miami. Okay, Cavs, you get the number 1
and they
pick.
get Cavs 7 number 1
Luka,
picks to
you
try
go
to
to
fix
LA,
that situation.
you take care of LA, you get the number 1 pick.
Okay.
That seems to be the deal in this league.
Here's the thing. If they're rigging the draft, people would go to prison.
Nah,
I don't think so.
I don't think
You
so.
have rich people going to prison?
Yeah, come on, man.
this
Also,
is-
how are we so certain that Nico is going to take Cooper Flagg with the number 1 pick?
Well, doesn't it get interesting where if Nico says, "Hey, I got a
Ace
3-year,"
Bailey.
if Nico says, "Hey, I got a 3-year championship window, so I'm going to trade away this pick," like, do the Mavs then let him? Like, hey, the reaction to the Luka trade went so well. Yeah, we're gonna let you trade away the number 1 overall pick as well.
Can I ask you guys a question? Why does the NBA think this is a good system? The lottery
awful.
system. Why do they think that? Why do they insist on this? Because we really don't have complaints about how the other sports do it. You have a system in which every year people allege is rigged. Everyone thinks that when the draft breaks certain ways, the first accusation from the masses is it's rigged, and also you're not actually doing anything to curb the tanking. You had Utah and Washington tank all year. They knew it wasn't guaranteed. They end up with picks 5 and 6. It ain't stopping the next Utah and Washington from tanking. It's literally not doing anything it's designed to do, and also everyone thinks it's rigged. Why is this system still in place?
I mean, it does curb teams from tanking a little bit, right? A little
It
bit.
only
It
curbs
doesn't
one.
seem like it
A
is.
little bit.
It's only curbing this one that resides down here in Miami.
They also changed the system.
Flatten the odds.
And now it looks even more rigged than it did before they changed the system to make it not look rigged.
Why is this still around? Everyone has an issue with it. It's the worst of the major sports. It is literally working against the interest that it was designed to protect. I don't get why we still do this.
And there are models. There are models to improve the lottery, and one of them is to put extra weight on a team's record in the last 20 games of the season. I mean, there are ways.
That's interesting. So you would take chances away from them if they're especially bad
We
the last
fixed it.
20 games?
NBA 2K fixed
Yes.
it. There are options to fix it. You
That's
have
not a
little
terrible
You have a
idea.
little mini tournament. You take the final third of the season into account. There's so many possible solutions where teams can actually play into this, and you can reward not tanking. The league just refuses to do it, and you can only assume they love this stuff. They love everyone accusing that it's rigged. They love teams tanking because they're not doing anything to actually stop it.
You see the NHL system. The NHL had their draft lottery last week. Their system wouldn't allow Dallas to get the number 1 overall pick. You're only able to move up, like, if you win the draft lottery, you're only able to move up a maximum of, like, 8 spots.
Okay.